Good morning there, Donna. How are you on this bright, sunshiny morning as I share my sunshine with you?
I am awesome, and the sun is coming in my window, kitchen window also. It's a beautiful day. I'm sitting here looking at the beautiful clouds up there and the sun coming through them. I'm just excited about what's going to be going on in our lives today. You know, everybody, we should get up and be excited for what is in front of us.
Absolutely. Happy times, good times, positive vibes, vehicles. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's and such a beautiful view. I love when the clouds, you get the big puffy white clouds and the blue sky and the sun, and it's
Mhm.
like, if you're one of those ones that likes to watch the clouds and figure out, okay, what does that shape look like, and what does that shape look like? We love doing
Right,
that.
right.
Oh, so much
It's a
fun.
gorgeous, beautiful morning.
Absolutely. Well, good. Let's dive right into our goodies this morning, because today actually is a success action day for where we ended up in our reading. So today we are choosing the right vehicle. Ask yourself these questions in order to choose the perfect vehicle for you and your gift. 1. Where is your final destination? It is important that you always keep in mind where you want to end up. 2. Where is your next stop? What is your next goal? Is it a promotion at your current job? Is it going out on your own and doing a side project? Is it starting a family? See, this is the key question, because the opportunity or vehicle for Robert, who is 30, single, looking to be married, and wants a job that pays well but gives him plenty of family time, will not be the same vehicle for Stephanie, who is the same age, doesn't want a family, and wants to be partner in a huge corporate law firm. What do you want? Can this get you to that place and set you up for the next trip? 3. Do you know how to operate this vehicle today just enough not to crash? That means you are not growing. Do not go back to being a teacher in your old school when you know your next stop is principal. Is this vehicle out of your mastery but controllable? That's the drive you want. It's challenging, fun, takes you out of your comfort zone, but you can make it work. That's where you need to be. These questions will make sure you are focused on the right vehicle for you. This will also keep you from trying to buy matching Bugattis with a friend who isn't even going to the same place that you're going. Tailor your vehicle for your gift and your journey, and you will always be in the right ride.
Success actions. List the best vehicles for your gift today. Write down the kind of vehicles that you would like to use for your gift 5 to 10 years from now. Share one of your new rides with me, which is Steve Harvey, using the hashtag #vehicle for my victory at Act Like a Success.
Oh, sweet. And
Yes.
that is so much fun, because knowing the vehicle, and even it's kind of funny that he pulled up Bugattis, because when I was living down in Miami, and for some people that know what Bugattis are, and what the other people that don't know what Bugattis are fancy sports cars that start at 400, or actually $200,000, kind of stripped at that point, but they go up in prices. They're one of the more extreme sports cars, fancy ones. And down there where I was staying in Miami, they're even in such a way that when you go down there, they're inside the building, so you can't even touch these cars outside. You actually have to, physically go inside to go into them. So it's
In
like,
the showroom.
right, exactly. And well, and a lot of their stuff's like that for their higher dollar stuff, like even some of their Porsche and some of the other different ones that are your more money type ones. But it's funny because down there you see so many more of all those. I mean, 89,000 Porsche SUVs. They're a dime a dozen down there. I mean, it's amazing the difference when you go into different parts of the world. Now here, you see more of like your $60,000 pickup trucks and stuff like that. You don't get as many, you know, up in West Virginia. You had a mixture up there. Maryland, it was anything from your BMWs to your, you know, you name it. It was whatever your flavor of the day was, all the way from the cars to the pickup trucks, you know.
And so here you see many SUVs, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like the SUVs because I've got a pickup truck, but I actually like the bigger SUV. So yeah, so it's all about finding that ride and
right vehicle for your for your lifestyle and your personality and you
absolutely.
know.
So like with my disability, we have like I can drive anything as long as we put the hand controls. But my husband has to, like in my trucks, my husband has to transfer me in order for me to drive. And then before that, I've had the vans that have the ramp so that I can actually get in and nobody has to help me. You know, I can transfer to the seat, I can drive and the whole bit, and it makes, you know, it makes a big difference for knowing which vehicle for what you know, what you need. And I need that for my independence so that, you know, I can turn around and I don't have to wait for somebody to come and put me in it and get me out and put me back in it. You know, it's all about that whole, you know, freedom of doing what you need to do.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing I like when he gets in the beginning of this part with the success actions was thinking about where your vehicle is and where you want to be. One of the neat things I've been doing a lot, I've done it before in the past, but I've gotten back into doing it again, is visualization, and visualization of seeing that future that you want. Picturing it and putting and focusing on your mind and putting those pictures, and it's amazing how that and that law of attraction actually literally, it does pull it all together. You know, look at where we've come from, look at where we're going, and it's truly amazing when you turn around and step outside of the box.
Well, life is a puzzle, you know, and each person has different pieces that they put in their puzzle. So, you know, but it all usually comes together and makes that big picture. So, yep, it's a very exciting, you know, time in our life now that we're, you know, things are finally starting to make sense. You know, we're finally seeing and being able to focus on what we have to focus on.
Absolutely.
You know, because my focus is not your focus.
Right.
And your focus isn't mine. So.
Right. And you are exactly right. And that's the part that I think even some of the leaders lose sight of, is that every person is allowed to be their own person, no matter what they're focusing on, and they should be supporting them and keeping those relationships, not going, oh, well, you're doing this too, or you're going there too, or you know, what the heck are you doing? And it's like, wait a minute, and like we talked about yesterday, well, the plane ride that I've been riding in, it's not maybe quite right, or it's okay, but hey, I like this one too, and it's not the same thing. It truly is not. So why can't I turn around and, you know, and make that shift and that layover and go over and you know, take a ride in this plane too, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, you know, we might be going in the same direction, but yet the vehicle that I'm on is not set up for what you need.
Right.
You know, so you might have to jump on another vehicle to get you to the same place that we're both going.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then some of us have multiple things on our plate, and that's our choices. To me, as an adult and as a person, I'm sorry, I think you should be able to do what you want. I don't think these leaders should be able to turn around and say, oh, well, wait a minute, you can't do that. You know, well, you're in X, Y, Z, so you can't go in A, B, C. And it's like, last time I checked, I'm over 21 years old. Way over, but I'm over 21 years old. I am my own person. I am, you know, you can't tell me what I can and can't do. You know what I mean? So I'm just so happy, though, that we've got the circle of people that we go around and that we don't face a lot of that. We actually do
No.
face a lot of them that truly support us no matter what we decide to do or have done or keep doing or anything else. And I'm so thankful for our little families of people that we have connected with. But if we didn't go through those vehicles, we wouldn't know those people.
Right. And look what I get to work with every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I get to work with this smiley, inspiring, beautiful person, Michelle.
Oh my goodness, Donna, you're too much. I know, and I get this wonderful, crazy caregiver that she absolutely we started
I feel very
giggling.
fortunate.
You figure we started giggling a long time ago in comments and trainings, and because you figure we had the original clique that started off, it was like me, you, Justine, Joe. There was a whole group of us that just turned around. Every time you turn around, our
Just
thread
giggled.
turned around and would have like 50 comments in it that had nothing to do with the original thread.
And it makes life so much more pleasant.
Oh my gosh, and it does. So, and it's like, and every now and then you'll catch us still getting in those little giggle fits and stuff like that, and it's just so funny. So yes, I am so grateful, so thankful, and so happy, and I just tickled to death to be with you every morning. So it definitely, it makes my day. It gets my mood going. It gets, you know, I can conquer the rest of the world for the rest of the day.
I know it gets you in that frame of mind where, you know, the rest of the day might have challenges, but yet you're focused and your mindset is totally different than what it was before we jump on this call. So we can go and head out feeling confident, you know, that we are going to go plow through whatever challenges we face through the day. So
And it's true. And I've been talking here lately to a couple of the people within, you know, our different teams and circles and stuff. And I've had a couple of them that I've had to keep reiterating to them that mindset is probably the first important thing that you've got to do, because you've got to get yourself and your self-development and your mind focused no matter what you're doing. And I don't care if it's personal, if it's business or whatever, because if your mind doesn't get that jump start or that positive coming in, you can forget it, because you're, you know, I mean, well, I can't say that because some people can anyway, but most people aren't strong enough just by themselves, you know?
no. Well, a rope, you know how big and heavy and strong a rope is, but yet what's it made of? It's made up of several different threads woven together, which makes a very strong rope. But separately, they're weaker, you know, but you put them all together and it brings strength.
Just like a spider web. A spider web is the same thing. When a spider first starts, you know, it's not too bad. You can walk through it, no big deal. But boy, once they got that web going, you're going to get the best exercise of your life trying to get out of it.
Yes, you will. Well, what a morning. And you know, there are going to be challenges.
Yes.
Very few people go through a day that they don't hit some kind of challenge in their day, because that's just called life. And it all depends on how we deal with them and what actions we take. And I'm not always, you know, I don't always face them the way I should, but now that I'm on this call with you and we're starting to get stronger together, it's really helped me, you know, to face a lot of these challenges that I'm facing during the day, you know, as being a caregiver. So there is strength in numbers. There's strength in togetherness.
Yes, there absolutely is. You are 100% right. Well, like yesterday, Dustin had a post that had about it, you know, that every failure leads to a success, but I turned around, I had to chime in underneath because I had to turn around and say, but you can't look at it as failures. You've got to look at it as stepping stones. You've got to look at it as that part, no different than like we were saying earlier with the planes and going from, you know, plane to stop to layover to changing planes. You know, you've
Hmm.
got to change that mindset and don't look at it as a failure, because it truly is not a failure, because you got something out of it. Even if it was something small, you still learned something from it.
Right.
So, you know, you use that, you use what you learned off of it to then take that to the next vehicle and say, okay, I'm not going to make these same mistakes again, or I learned this and not this. And, you know, so now I know what to do to make sure this doesn't happen
Yes.
again, or to make this better since I didn't know it back then and I wish I did, you know. So, you know, you got to take the lesson from each thing that you've been through and carry it to the next to then make it stronger.
Right. Right. That's so true.
Yep. Well, beautiful. You have an amazing rest of your day. I know I will see you off and on throughout the day. I love you. Love you all. Thank you for
Love
watching
you.
in. See you tomorrow morning bright and early, sunshine.
Okay. Bye-bye.